The league is getting rid of the Caitlin Clark haters. DJ Currency better move on eggshells, bro. She's the only one left. She is no longer in the league, crying online about it.
It finally happened. After weeks of silence, vicious fouls, and mounting backlash, Diamond DeShields has been officially suspended.
Getting waived is crazy because, like, what do you do after you get waived?
Kennedy Carter, who assaulted Caitlin Clark.
She is no longer in the league because she not only got let go by the Chicago Sky, she has been let go by the New York Liberty, and she's crying online about it.
And her public apology to Caitlin Clark has shocked everyone. The same player who blindsided Clark in one of the dirtiest moments of the season is now out of the league, crying online.
Caitlin Clark gets hit from behind, how bad, egregious it was from Diamond DeShields, and Caitlin Clark jumps up and runs away from Diamond DeShields.
And begging for a second chance. But it's too late. The WNBA didn't just suspend her, they blacklisted her. No team is allowed to pick her up. And now her brutal attack on the league's biggest star has become the final nail in her career.
Caitlin Clark is not happy at all with this.
The fans demanded justice, and they got it, but not before witnessing the fall of a player who let hate end everything she worked for. The hit was anything but accidental.
Kennedy Carter assaults Caitlin Clark on the court. That's Kennedy Carter. That was Caitlin Clark. She'll run up behind her. She's going to call her a bitch right here, and she's going to viciously slam Caitlin Clark to the floor. What is going on in this league?
During what should have been a routine matchup, Diamond DeShields crossed a line no one expected, and everyone saw it.
Caitlin Clark is trying to cut in this position right here, and Diamond DeShields just body checks her. Like, it's a foul. This sequence of play was wild. Absolutely, absolutely wild.
Caitlin Clark was driving to the basket when DeShields stepped in and delivered a blatant body-first blow that sent Clark crashing to the floor.
Caitlin Clark is the cash cow in this league. She is the needle mover.
No basketball play, no attempt at a clean block, just force. The arena gasped, commentators were stunned, and the internet exploded within seconds. Fans demanded accountability, calling it everything from cheap to career-ending behavior. And now the consequences have arrived. Hard.
Man, oh man, when Caitlin Clark does something, everybody celebrates. When Caitlin Clark does something, there is no jealousy.
The WNBA officially suspended DeShields, citing unsportsmanlike conduct and endangering player safety. But it didn't stop there. The league also announced that no team will be permitted to sign her during her suspension window.
Caitlin Clark played against the Chicago Sky and she got cheap shotted, and there is a sequence of plays that's crazy, and it leads to Caitlin Clark telling her team, is it Erica Wheeler, that she wanted to fight Diamond DeShields,
effectively benching her indefinitely. It's a punishment so rare, so decisive, that even longtime analysts said they'd never seen anything like it. The message from the league office was clear. Caitlin Clark is not just a player, she's the face of the WNBA now.
She assaulted Caitlin Clark on the court right before Caitlin Clark came off the court with 3:52 left.
And if you come for her, there will be a price. But what caught everyone off guard wasn't just the suspension, it was DeShields' response. Just hours after the ruling, she posted an emotional apology to social media, publicly addressing Clark for the first time since the incident.
Caitlin Clark is trying to cut in this position right here, and Diamond DeShields just body checks her. Like, it's a foul. This sequence of play was wild. Absolutely, absolutely wild.
I let my emotions get the best of me, she wrote. What I did was wrong, and I'm truly sorry to Caitlin and the league. The tone was noticeably raw. Gone was the aggressive energy we saw on the court. In its place was regret. Real or strategic, no one can say for sure.
Diamond DeShields actually getting waived from the Connecticut Sun just one day prior to tomorrow's May 16th, WNBA's 2025 season tip-off. She looked heartbroken and in pain, with the news of her being waived from the Connecticut Sun.
Getting waived is crazy because, like, what do you do after you get waived? I got all my stuff up here that I drove in a rental car from Atlanta, and now I have to drive all my stuff back to Atlanta, but I can't seem to find a rental car because none are available anywhere. So I need to figure out how I'm gonna get my stuff back to Atlanta. The team will ship 3 to 5 boxes, but I have more than 3 to 5 boxes worth of stuff.
If you are not producing, okay, if you're not giving them what they need, if you're not putting them stats up, if you ain't putting up no numbers, you're gonna be out of a job. Again, look what just happened to Haley Jones. She just was on Instagram the other day, excited about closing on a home. The very next day, the Atlanta Dream just cut her.
Still, many fans weren't ready to forgive. They called the apology too little, too late, pointing out that DeShields had remained defiant for days after the incident before the league forced her hand. Others suggested she only apologized to salvage her career, not because she truly felt remorse. And let's be honest, she has reason to panic.
WNBA commissioner playing in house with these Caitlin Clark haters.
Her reputation took a hit that might be irreversible. Sponsors are pulling back. Her name is being dragged across every major sports show, not for her game, but for the ugliness of her actions.
As the lovely Lee Ross always says, women in sports do not want to see other women in sports succeed. It's just the way they're built.
Meanwhile, Clark hasn't said a word. No tweets, no interviews, just quiet professionalism and focus. Exactly what fans have come to expect from her. And that silence is louder than any statement. It's grace in the face of chaos. And it's why so many continue to rally behind her. Because while others play dirty, Caitlin Clark just plays better.
Somebody said that the Diamond DeShields flagrant foul on Caitlin Clark was more dangerous than the Kennedy Carter one.
As the dust continues to settle, the deeper implications of this incident are starting to take shape. And it goes far beyond one foul or one apology. Diamond DeShields' attack on Caitlin Clark has exposed an uncomfortable truth within the league. Not every veteran is ready for the spotlight Clark brings. And some are letting their frustration boil over in ways that cross the line.
Diamond DeShields lays out Caitlin Clark because all the Sky's untalented women is what they have left is racist rage.
Since Clark's arrival, she has brought seismic change to the WNBA. Ticket sales have exploded. Her games are being broadcast nationwide, and brands are pouring money into the league like never before. But with that growth has come a wave of resentment from certain corners of the league. Players who've put in years of hard work only to feel overlooked in the face of Clark's meteoric rise. And for some, that envy is turning personal.
When's the last time you didn't see Caitlin Clark talking about a teammate? When's the last time you saw Caitlin Clark talking about herself or any of the accomplishments that she has had? Let me give you the answer to that. Never! That's why their team has gotten good. She could have been an egomaniac. Everybody in the league knows that she is the league right now. Are you kidding me?
Diamond DeShields wasn't just making a physical statement. She was representing a growing divide. Some players view Caitlin as the golden child of the WNBA, unfairly favored by media and league execs. But what they fail to recognize is that Clark didn't ask for the attention. She earned it. She didn't create the media storm. Her performance did. Her logo threes, her vision, her leadership, and her composure under pressure have made her the most talked about rookie in league history. And that spotlight, it's not going anywhere.
There's the two sides who think she is only popular and does have the notoriety and recognition that she does because she is white. There is the other side that says you guys are crazy, you're all jealous of her, and she is just talented.
Right, and that's what a lot of these women are doing is they feel like what we have done for this game, this young player has come into our game and she's getting way more respect and all that stuff than we are. As she should. The young girl is a baller. The young girl has people watching because of the way she can shoot this basketball like Steph Curry. Steph Curry can't dunk. Steph Curry don't do none of that in the game. He can probably dunk by himself, but he don't really do none of that in the game. He is a shooter, and fans tune in to see Steph Curry. When I look at Caitlin Clark, fans are tuning in to watch her, and you know who that's helping? Everybody else. It's helping the Asia Wilsons. It's helping everybody else, the Plums, all that. It's helping all of them, the Tarasis.
Because everyone who tries to guard Cece winds up.
Now, the league is being forced to take a hard stance, not just to protect Clark, but to preserve the WNBA's credibility as it enters a new era. The suspension of DeShields was a statement. The league is saying loud and clear, you can't allow jealousy to turn into violence. You can't target stars in an attempt to knock them off their path. And if you do, the consequences will be swift and unforgiving. Meanwhile, Clark's quiet response has only widened the gap in perception. She didn't call for punishment. She didn't ask for sympathy. She simply continued to show up, run the offense, and win games. Her professionalism has made the contrast even starker. While others spiral, she rises. And now the league, the fans, and the media are watching closely.
Caitlin Clark played against the Chicago Sky and she got cheap shotted, and there is a sequence of plays that's crazy, and it leads to Caitlin Clark telling her team, is it Erica Wheeler, that she wanted to fight Diamond DeShields.
Will DeShields recover from this? Will other players fall into the same trap of resentment and aggression? Or will this be the wake-up call the WNBA needed to elevate the level of respect across the board? Whatever happens next, one thing is crystal clear. The league belongs to Caitlin Clark now, and no cheap shot will change that. In the wake of the suspension, the WNBA community is facing a reckoning. What Diamond DeShields did wasn't just about one moment of frustration. It was a symptom of a deeper problem, one that's been bubbling beneath the surface for years. For too long, the league operated in relative silence, limited exposure, modest paychecks, a small but loyal fan base. Then came Caitlin Clark, and everything changed.
Diamond DeShields actually getting waived from the Connecticut Sun just one day prior to tomorrow's May 16th, WNBA's 2025 season tip-off. She looked heartbroken and in pain, with the news of her being waived from the Connecticut Sun.
Getting waived is crazy because, what do you do after you get waived? I got all my stuff up here that I drove in a rental car from Atlanta, and now I have to drive all my stuff back to Atlanta, but I can't seem to find a rental car because none are available anywhere. So I need to figure out how I'm gonna get my stuff back to Atlanta. The team will ship 3 to 5 boxes, but I have more than 3 to 5 boxes worth of stuff.
If you are not producing, if you're not giving them what they need, if you're not putting them stats up, if you ain't putting up no numbers, you're gonna be out of a job. Again, look what just happened to Haley Jones. She just was on Instagram the other day, excited about closing on a home. The very next day, the Atlanta Dream just cut her.
Her arrival didn't just boost ratings. It turned the WNBA into a commercial powerhouse overnight. Teams that couldn't fill half their arenas are now selling out weeks in advance when the Indiana Fever come to town. Jerseys are flying off the shelves. Streaming numbers have spiked. And the national media, once lukewarm about covering the league, can't get enough of Clark. But this kind of overnight transformation brings growing pains, and not everyone has adjusted. Some players, like Aja Wilson and Breanna Stewart, have embraced Clark's presence, seeing her as an opportunity to grow the league for everyone. Others have remained quiet, perhaps uncertain how to navigate the shift. But then there are those who have chosen to respond with hostility, and Diamond DeShields became the face of that backlash. The truth is, Caitlin Clark didn't steal anyone's spotlight. She created her own. Her game demanded attention. Her poise under pressure demanded respect. And while others tried to tear her down, she simply kept rising. DeShields' violent play and subsequent suspension only confirmed what fans already knew. When jealousy meets talent, jealousy always loses. What makes this moment so pivotal is what it reveals about the future of the league. The WNBA is on the verge of something massive. New audiences, new deals, new money. But if it can't protect its stars, if it allows bitterness to eclipse sportsmanship, it risks destroying the very momentum it fought so hard to build.
Most points by a point guard in a season in WNBA history. Most double-doubles by a rookie guard in WNBA history. Most points by a rookie in WNBA history. Most assists by a rookie in the history of the WNBA. First WNBA rookie to record 2 triple-doubles. First triple-double by a rookie in WNBA history. First triple-double in Fever history. The first player to be named WNBA Player of the Month and Rookie of the Month in the same month. First player in WNBA history with 20 or more points, 15 or more assists, and 5 or more rebounds in a game. She won Rookie of the Month 4 times. Eastern Conference Player of the Week 3 times, single season rookie record for assists, single season rookie record for 3-pointers, single game record for assists, 19, franchise record for most double-doubles, 3-pointers, career 10 or more assists in a game, franchise record for most career 10 or more assists in a game. Fastest WNBA player to reach 100 3-pointers. She did it in 34 games, most assists by a rookie in a WNBA All-Star game for which she received the most fan votes ever, 700,000 of those. Fastest player to reach 350 points and 150 assists to start a season regardless of years in the league, people will say, pay more attention to the other folks. Like, she couldn't do it herself. You know, LeBron has teammates, Jordan had teammates. I understand.
Caitlin Clark's response, quiet, dignified, and completely focused, continues to set the tone. She's not interested in drama. She's not clapping back online. She's letting her game do the talking. And that's why she's winning, not just in stats, but in legacy. DeShields may have landed a hit, but Caitlin Clark walked away with something far more powerful, the respect of the world. Diamond DeShields took a shot, physically and figuratively, and it backfired in the worst way. Her attack on Caitlin Clark didn't just earn her a suspension, it may have ended her WNBA career. And while she's now offering apologies, it's too late to undo the damage. Because Caitlin didn't fight back. She didn't lash out. She rose above it all. With grace, with focus, and with the kind of poise that defines legends. The league has made its stance clear. The future is here, and it wears number 22. If you try to tear her down, you won't stop her. You'll only erase yourself. Caitlin Clark didn't just win the game, she won the moment. And in this league, that's everything.